Final whistle was gone at Ewood Park, and Blackburn Rovers again defeat to bloody QPR down the foot of the table. 2-1. Goodness gracious me. In what has been the probably most chaotic, negative, toxic 72 hours in Blackburn Rovers history. With a lot of talk, a lot of smack talk going on behind the scenes regarding JDT, regarding transfer business, all that kind of stuff has been going on, which has overshadowed this match, has kind of taken the spin off this match. And not only that, we get to this match, a game against QPR, team that we've had a recent good run of fortune against, whether it's been home or away. But no, today we lose 2-1 in what has been a gutless, lack of creativity, spineless performance is what I'm trying to get at here from Blackburn Rovers. Of course, we did lose one of our own, but we did bring in a couple of bodies this week. But ultimately, we failed to show up today. QPR wanted it more, as did Huddersfield. They wanted it more against their match against Sheffield Wednesday. QPR wanted it more against Huddersfield. The teams in and around us are grinding out results, getting all important victories, and that cushion that we should be looking at is slowly coming in on us. The teams that are in that relegation zone, the QPRs, the Huddersfields, the Rotherhams, the Stokes, the Birminghams have all pulled the trigger this season to get the new manager back, get a different set of eyes on this. I think, and I've never gone this way before, but I think it's time to go. That's right, JDT, we love you. You did a fantastic bit next season. However, I feel your head's not in the game, and of course, I can't blame you. I can't blame you for your head not in the game. Of course, my heart is not in the game at the moment for Rovers because we have been led up the garden path. You've been led up the garden path we sold one of our own, sold the most creative hot prospect we've had in the academy for many years, and you've had nothing coming back into your back pocket to help ease that burden. What you've had ease the burden is 2 over 30 players, possible, and I say that possible, a loanee of Duncan Maguire, which of course there's another cloud of concern over that deal, and a loanee from Liverpool who was struggling to get game time over in League 2 in France. So I get it, and of course, and maybe you if you don't get fired, maybe it's in your best interest to walk away. Your stock would be reasonably high. You had a fantastic season last season. You can't judge you by you can only judge a workman by their tools, and your tools, of course, are limited. We've got a bunch of fucking loanies, no disrespect, who don't give 2 shits about the badge, and the guys that we do give 2 shits about the badge are not playing. Yeah, Jake Garrett's not playing. Adam Morton, of course, was sold. It's not good times for Rovers, and guess what? Despite the 4-game run at Ewood Park coming to an end next week against Stoke, who are struggling, we have Birmingham, we have Preston, we have coming up as well. 3 games realistically that we cannot afford to lose. But realistically, we should have beaten Huddersfield, we should have beaten Rotherham, we should have beat QPR as well. And unfortunately, it's not happening, and it is very, very concerning. Talk about the game in brief synopsis here. Opening goal from Ainsley. Ainsley Pears, big fat OMG. Of course, it was a little bit hard done by for him. I think it was Ilias Chair shot off the post, and then on the back of Pears, and it went back in the net. That was 1-0. Then Joe Hodge coming off on the bench to score a good goal and put this game out of sight. Gallagher made it a little bit interesting on 73 minutes, but really, we're in free fall, guys. And again, we cannot afford to slip up anymore. Cannot afford. We are now 18th. Of course, fortunately, Birmingham lost. Fortunately, Stoke lost. Are also going to be down there. Did they lose? In fact, did Birmingham lose? I think they did lose. But fortunately, those guys help alleviate maybe the pressure. But Rovers are in fucking free fall. Haven't won in forever. We've got a big fat 16 games lost this season. The same as QPR, the same as Rotherham. Only Sheffield Wednesday have more losses than us. We are in a fucking free fall, and I cannot see the end of this one. We have a Stoke game next, which we typically do shit against Stoke, and then we have a Tony Mowbray reunion at St Andrews, which again, they are desperate for some points as well. So it is grim times for Rovers right now, and I don't see the end of it. We need to be proactive here. And I know at the start or throughout this era, I was optimistic that the results would come, or I was optimistic that we could maybe salvage our season. But at the moment, the morale around the Ewood Park must be at an all-time fucking low. I cannot see any positivity. Even today, we lost Smodic, maybe the last 15 minutes of this match, substituted. He initially suggested he had an injury or something. He looked pissed. He looked livid when he came off. And a game that was already past us at that point. We had no chance to get back in it. But, we are... Our star man doesn't appear to want to play right now. I fear he's already looking at the exit door, getting his agent on the phone to sort some shit out in the summer. Fortunately, though, we did time down to a long-term deal. So if anything does come of it, they'll have to pay it through the nose to get it done. But right now, Rovers, I don't know. If I was in charge here, looking at that table, looking at that fucking form, looking at the guys around us, looking at the gap between us is only 5 points. Rotherham, of course, look a little bit cut adrift from it. We do have a game in hand. That's another bit of a saving grace. We do have a game in hand. But why is it come down to games in hand, man? I tell you what, we shouldn't be in this situation. We need to get some results and we need some positivity. The window's shut. This is what we've got. And of course, if we don't like it, then of course we're stuck with it. We can't change it. And the only way to change things, if we can't get some morale back, is to change the fucking coach. And I fear, and again, that comes with a laced result. You know, you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what's out there. Or there's plenty of dog shit out there. There are plenty of gems out there. If we've got the nerve to do it, we may realistically. You look at the form, it's time to fucking go. That's it. That's my statement. It's time to fucking go because you ain't getting a tune out of these boys right now. You might get a win out of the FA Cup and all that, but against League Two, Wrexham and Cambridge, you realistically should be getting a tune out of this fucking team. But right now, we're dog shit. The morale's gone. The confidence is gone. If Smodic ain't scoring, we ain't scoring. And of course, the transfer window, bringing in a couple of over 30 fellas, might improve the age a little bit, but the legs are gone. It is worrying times. And if we see that corner flag, I ain't going to be surprised. But I am not looking forward to Stoke. I'm definitely not looking forward to Birmingham. And Preston is also going to be a right old pain in the ass. I'm going to tap out of here. I've got to go take a breather because I'm livid with this. 2-1 loss to QPR. Well done, QPR. Rovers, you dog shit.